your hosts, Ryan and Jeff. Woo!
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of Judging Silicon Valley. This, of course, is the show where we judge Mike Judge's show about Silicon Valley. I'm Ryan Cronin, as always. Jeff Reitman. Hi, Jeff. How you doing?
Meh.
It's Madam. It's Madam from Solid Gold.
I'm doing, Monday. I'm doing Monday.
Doing Monday. I'm doing Monday too. Yeah. It's good to see you.
Good talk.
Good to see you. It is good talk.
You can Monday us at Judging SV on Twitter.
At Judging SV at the Twitter.
And on the Facebooks.
Facebook, Judging Silicon Valley is a fan page. As a matter of fact, we have a Scrum Master's quiz question from someone from the fan page. We'll get to that later. But as you can see, or if you're listening and you hear 2 other people breathing heavily, we have 2 new guests here this week for episode 7. We have Jason Gordon and Natasha Muse. Thank you so much for coming along, guys. Appreciate it. All right.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for having us. Thank you so much.
It's great to be here, Ryan. Thank you.
Feeling good. We're feeling fit. Feeling
feel
fit.
great.
Strong, effeminate voice is Jason.
That's right.
And the very manly voice is Natasha.
That's right.
Let's go with that.
He's nailed it. For those listening. So we're excited to have you guys here. Definitely want to get your perspectives on the show, your backgrounds, your involvement with Silicon Valley. But as we start each episode, I have the challenge, the stopwatch challenge of doing a recap of the most recent episode. I'm getting better.
In under
going
2
for personal
minutes.
best.
Is that before we talk?
That's before we talk. I'm gonna go through this, and then we're gonna jump in here
All right.
and see what you feel
So we shouldn't
about
say anything, right?
Can we ask questions as you're going through it?
Yeah,
well,
that's
that
a
would
good
kind
question.
of screw up my time.
No,
if
it doesn't,
you're
because
asking.
you just have to roll with it.
Roll with it and answer the questions. I like the challenge.
It's like stand-up comedy with
I like
heckles.
the challenge. I like
Oh, that's
the challenge.
good. That's a
Okay.
good premise.
Okay, go.
Okay, ready? And
No. Wait. I think that's a good premise for a show, right? Where they
Where you
interrupt
try
people.
and recap an HBO program?
No. Where someone does a stand-up and then someone gets interrupted during their stand-up, right? Like that'd be.
It's almost like the Benson interruption.
Yeah,
Or
but
the
like
interrupting cow.
the San Francisco style.
So not funny.
No.
Oh.
Wah.
We're feeling the chemistry
Do you still do
already.
No.
Oh, okay.
What's happening? All right. Okay, episode 7, the most recent episode of Silicon Valley. Here we go. What happened? Well, they have finally made their way to Tank Crunch Disrupt, being held in San Francisco.
What is Tank Crunch?
Tank Crunch is it's hosted by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tech Crunch
And Mark Summers.
Disrupt and Mark Summers, and he needs to stay very clean during the crunching. But we have learned that although Hooli has Nucleus ready to go, Richard and his team at Pied Piper are not there, and they have about 24 hours to finish. That's our main plot line. Secondly, Richard Hendricks bumps into his old girlfriend, or shall I say someone that he went on 3 dates with, currently works at Yahoo, who thinks that she is obsessed with him. We discover, is that indeed the case? Most likely it is.
Well, is it? I mean, or is it?
We'll
he's
discuss that.
Let's let him finish.
I got to keep going.
Tank
All right.
Crunch.
This is an easy one. Dinesh is code gay for Guilfoyle's code. We'll definitely talk about that. I was able to put that in one sentence.
Good for you.
Jared is back after apparently being 4 days on Erland Island and is a little bit out of it. And Ehrlich sleeps with one of the judge's previous and most current wives. That was episode 7. I get time.
That was pretty good. It was like 1:30, but
pretty good.
there's a 5-minute penalty for mispronouncing basic names.
Tank Crunch? What's
Tank
wrong
Crunch.
with Tank Crunch? All right.
If it was an actual thing, you'd get extra credit, and it would be free.
Jeff Reitman is known as the Needle because he likes to poke holes in everything you do. Okay.
And it's the size of my wiener.
So that's the show. A lot to talk about here. So what I'd like to do, and Natasha, we'll start with you.
Sure, why not?
And again, appreciate you being here.
Is Jeff named after the sword from the Game of Thrones TV show?
The
No.
Reitman?
Yeah.
The Reitman sword?
No, the needle.
No.
Remember that's what's her
No.
name?
I'm named after a toothpick.
Arya. That's a different show, though.
All right, yeah.
Is it a different show?
It's all in my
'Cause I
head,
get
though,
confused
because I'm
all the time.
really
I get really
confused.
confused.
I'm really
Yeah.
confused. We can talk about Game of Thrones, but talking about the show that comes on after that, Silicon Valley,
Great.
Natasha.
Yeah, no, I know. I just thought I'd make like
You tie it together.
tie it together.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
If Red ever promoted us, we'd tie it together with
Yeah.
his podcast too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, are you mad that he doesn't
I'm
promote
not
you?
mad.
But you're like a little bummed out?
I'm bummed.
He's a
little
I'm a little needled.
It's a
Little needled.
I'm a little tiny bit needled.
Yeah, are you a little perplexed?
I'm a little needled.
Just
We'll
Just
Can
leave
I
it at
just
that.
throw a veto on the Game of Thrones here because I didn't get to see it this week. And
Okay.
I don't think, I don't think
I
it's
didn't either.
fair.
Yeah.
We're not really talking
That's
about
fair.
other than the fact that Red's,
talking about
Red's a
Needle,
douche.
though.
Yeah.
Aw. Red's our buddy.
Oh, I know. Red's awesome. Red's an awesome guy.
Jason, guess what? Sean Bean dies. I'm just telling you. I don't know. Sean Bean does die.
Spoiler alert.
Sean Bean dies.
Ned Stark.
Yeah.
He died.
No. I saw
He
the
died.
first season. I saw this
Like,
was
he's
last
coming
night's
back.
episode. I wasn't able to see.
If there's dragons, there could be zombies, right? He could come back.
There are zombies.
There are zombies. I mean,
But I mean,
well,
the kind of zombies that...
I think
hope
this,
you watch season 3.
What's happening here? This is kind of indicative here, and I want to ask both of you your overall impressions of the
Yeah.
entire series
Yes.
where we are.
Are you gonna get
Because
intros first,
The
or-
fact I am, but the fact that we've moved into Game of Thrones certainly doesn't bode well to where the writing's going with Silicon Valley.
Bullshit.
I don't know. This episode was odd. This episode was
Yeah, it was
odd.
great.
But so Natasha, again to you, talking
Yes.
about Silicon Valley in this
yeah,
question.
Great.
My questions are, first, Natasha's a hilarious comedian
Hilarious.
here in the San Francisco Bay Area. But my two questions are, your involvement with the real Silicon Valley and the real tech industry, what has that been like? And then your overall impressions of this program.
I like this. It's like a one essay question in 2 parts. Is
Exactly.
That,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Exactly.
my bona fides include the fact that I live 2 blocks away from Twitter.
Okay.
So, I mean, I see those guys on their lunch break.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I know what they're up to. I know how they look. They go into the building, they look fresh. They look happy.
Yeah.
They leave, they look a little bit less so fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less so fresh.
Less so fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like covered in blood?
No, they just look sad.
Is that a different
Yeah.
deodorant
It's
that
broken?
cures the less so
Broken?
fresh feeling?
The less so fresh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's like a second deodorant. I
left
think.
guard.
Anyway,
Comedy.
What's the lunch place that those guys go
and
to? What's the?
They go to the Starbucks and they just get Starbucks lunch, which is like the saddest.
Ew, that's pretty sad.
It's like expensive.
they
and
do
bad.
have a cafeteria
Yeah.
too.
at Twitter.
I'm pretty sure. 90% sure they have a cafeteria.
This is the new Twitter offices in
I've heard the
downtown
lunch.
San
Market
Francisco.
Street.
I've heard the
Market
line is
Street.
140 characters long.
She got it in there. Let's do a high five on the mic. Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
All the ingredient lists must be under 140 characters. It's flour, water, and ...
Yeah.
MSG.
They extra gluten. Everyone gets extra gluten up to Twitter.
So, Natasha, you haven't
basically,
worked in
I
tech.
Have not.
Is any of the stuff in this show, do you feel is like, that's way too tech? What's going on here?
No, I kind of get it. You know, there's
All
a
right.
lot of contextual clues, and I guess there's probably jokes I don't get. Maybe there might be
I'm
some
sure.
some clever references.
They're
like
very geeky. There
like
are
the
Easter
Fooey
eggs.
one. I don't think I picked up on until I heard somebody talk about it on this show.
Huli?
Fooey, for eating instead of gooey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or was that not meant to be a joke?
No, that was meant to be a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That you
Well, we
guys
could use
said,
it.
or that they actually
We're
made?
creating
I don't
a
know
new
if they
term.
said it,
I think
but,
we created a new lexicon.
I can't
something
remember
for
last
lexicon.
week.
Food user interface.
Yeah.
Is like a way of saying lunch.
It's
I
a
thought
pie
that was
hole. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
But I enjoy the show. It's okay.
Are you a fan
That's
of
an
Mike Judge?
endorsement.
Were you a fan of Mike Judge previously?
I am. I like that one movie where everyone gets dumber.
Yeah, it's
Forget what it's called.
Idiocracy. It's a great movie. Yeah, I know she's putting him on tees here. Somebody's got to swing.
I like the.
Yeah.
I like the.
I'm not even going to answer.
I like the. Beavis
Jason
and
might as well
Butthead.
not be here, by the way.
You like we're getting there. We're
Yeah,
getting
one
Jeff.
person at a
Jeff
time.
again always wants it wrapped up in 7 minutes. We'll get to Jason.
Just
Hold on.
like-
You know what? Everything's let nature take its course.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I want to be showered and out the door in 7 minutes.
Yeesh.
Yeesh.
Oh boy.
All right.
What was the other part? So yeah.
Well,
so
that's-
basically, I
as a
just
whole.
I live in San Francisco, and that's my technical
experience.
expertise. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know you. You know, and I listen.
And Red.
I listen to podcasts.
Red's in tech, too.
Yeah.
You know a lot of people in tech.
I know a lot of
How
people.
does podcast
yeah.
qualify?
I listen to podcasts. Yeah.
because you're using a laptop in order to do so.
I think that puts me in a technological minority.
it does. It does.
That's true.
Being a podcast listener.
Seeing your
You know
little
what?
audio wave.
How, yeah. You know, there's like the smart kids, and there's the people that hang out with the smart kids, and we still sit at the same table.
But you're
in
wearing the
school.
shades. You've got the
I'm
shades.
wearing the
Yeah.
shades. Yeah. I'm just a nerd fucker.
Yes, which is better. Which is the modern day star fucker.
It
Yeah,
is.
It's nerd
yeah,
fucker.
it's
yeah.
the more lucrative type
It
of
definitely
fuckery.
is more lucrative.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. We're going to do post-mortem on the episode. Jason Gordon, thank you for being here. Basically, same question here. Again, I know we have a lot of comedians here. We got some people who want to keep a lower profile.
Can I
Jeff's
ask you
here
a
too.
question first?
You certainly can, Jeff.
Are you or are you not related to Flash Gordon?
That's an excellent question.
That is a good question.
No, I'm not. Only in the bed.
That's not a
Yeah.
good... That's
Does
not
that
a-
mean
Yeah.
you just scream,
For the listeners, he's a strapping man.
He's a strapping man.
I think so.
I get a little
We do have,
Sam
like,
J.
some
Jones
people,
vibe going on.
Yeah, we encourage you to check out the
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
See the actual footage.
But you got it. There's a Hawkman rocket cycle parked out front. Is that yours? It's not yours.
No.
All right.
No.
So you weren't flying blind on a Hawkman rocket cycle?
No.
All right. There you go.
Have you ever
You guys can
been with
check
a
my reference.
well-oiled bear with angelic wings?
Can't say so, no.
No.
Okay,
No.
then you're not related.
Have you
Anyway,
ever-
Ryan.
He's not related.
Have
He's
you ever
not
killed
related.
somebody and then their face kind of melted onto the floor?
It's General Kala.
No,
Yeah.
no, haven't done that.
No, but it
No,
could
it
be-
wasn't. It was Clytus. It was Clytus.
See, that's
Okay.
why I didn't
on
try
the
to be clever.
Hawkman City. All right.
I didn't overthink
Obscure.
it.
Again, I want to talk about any program except Silicon Valley today. No, Jason. Again, same question to you. If you could share with the listeners and the viewers, millions of them, your involvement with the real Silicon Valley, and then how that plays into how real is the show, and your impressions of the show overall.
Yeah, so I'm a business corporate attorney. I work with a lot of startups and
All right.
get to act as sort of their outside general counsel. And when the show first started, I was really excited.
Yeah.
The sort of first 3 episodes were kind of like my life and the life of a lot of my clients.
Yeah.
The articles of incorporation, and then the actual episode title, articles
Ron
of incorporation.
LaFlamme is the attorney.
How did you feel about Ron?
Yeah, we must know.
Well, I liked the dinosaur head that he had in his office. I thought that was
sure.
pretty awesome.
Oh, was that like the you character? Is that who?
yeah.
Well, I'm
Alleged
working
kind
on getting a dinosaur head
Right.
or,
All right, no
or a
dinosaur
head of
head.
something.
All right.
Did you have
maybe a
guitar
groundhog.
signed by a rock star?
No.
They're signed,
those
by,
weren't
they're signed by
yeah.
the Google,
Yeah.
Google guys, weren't they? Or,
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was the founders of Google.
was it Google or
Yeah,
YouTube?
same
It's Google.
difference.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Google.
Yeah, I used to have a guitar in my office actually, but that's because I play.
Was it signed?
No. Why?
Douche.
No. I
No,
know.
I'm kidding.
We're not douchey enough.
Not douchey
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to douche it up
Douche it up.
to be a real Silicon Valley attorney.
Like,
you need to
he
douche
was
it up.
he was kind of douchey though. I mean, he kind of reminded me of someone
Yeah.
who was like playing like Ari from Entourage. So we
Yeah.
can get started on talking about Entourage.
But yeah, exactly. We're talking about any show.
Let's talk about canceled series.
Yeah.
Firefly.
That's way better.
Tenacious D. Have you met individuals in your circle who are Ron LaFlamme? Is that? I mean, it is played as a joke character. I understand, but
I didn't notice his name before. That's a great
Ron
name.
LaFlamme, and I believe that there's a tilde on the E, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact.
In the official IMDb credits.
Yes,
yeah.
I do my research.
I mean, I honestly have to say that most of the attorneys that work in that space are like the exact opposite. Like they have far less personality, but that wouldn't make a lot
So
of sense for the show.
They play acoustic
Yeah, it would be
guitars.
pretty boring.
Yeah. No, it's
Would you say
acoustic
that-
guitars. No,
Yeah.
like a classical.
Oh, okay.
More like
You know, with,
harpsichord.
like nylon
Yeah.
strings. And
Sure.
Yeah.
I would think, and you're certainly an exception, Jason, but
I try to be more like Ron actually because I feel like that
You
can
do.
help my practice.
But I'm assuming you're like in a sea of Jareds or Donalds.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of more of the personality type I'm thinking as far as an attorney who works solely within startup tech space is kind of that Jared, slightly awkward, Asperger-y.
most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
They don't-
Not all of them. I mean, there are definitely some folks with real personalities, and those are the guys and gals that can get the clients. But
I just like the phrase "some folks with real personalities." Sorry.
just keeping it honest.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a lot of programmers with no personalities too.
None at this table, right, guys?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Definitely not a program.
The needler.
But Jason, you were saying, all right, the first 3 episodes, again, that was a lot of exposition getting set up. Quite frankly, I think the entire first season is kind of exposition. I think we're not even going to get the unveil. We only have one more left of
We gotta get the-
actually Pied Piper.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that's going to be the end of, okay, now we're going to start our demo, and that'll be the end.
Like,
of
yeah.
But
And in something going wrong in the TechCrunch demo. Or the
Well, something already went did go
something
wrong.
else going
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, but like in the middle of
Yeah.
the stage
Yeah.
demo,
yeah.
Okay.
Ehrlich pooches it and scene. End of episode.
End of season.
It's got to be Ehrlich. Or Guilfoyle and Dinesh get in a fight.
No, I
on
think it's
stage.
got to be the main guy undoing himself.
You think?
I think that's what every show is about. Him
That's true.
basically
Yeah.
accidentally backing himself into a corner, and then watching him kind of flounder his way out.
Or get other people to help him flounder his way out.
Yeah, well, I mean, get
Ehrlich
people.
saves the day in more in more episodes than he should, given that it's Ehrlich.
Yeah. He is kind of turning into the bumbling Bull Shannon of the night court of this world.
Wow.
Of just kind of helping out.
So if you were born
backing into
prior
helping
to
out.
'97,
Wait, how is he a bull?
Well, Bull kind of helps out without meaning to help.
He's like
out.
Steve Carell from The Office. Where he's
Ehrlich is? Yeah, okay.
He's like an idiot, but then
Oh,
he
yeah,
manages
yeah.
to like pull it out
Succeeds
of his ass.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I'll go with
but,
yeah.
but
With the
but
reference
better.
from this millennia. So
I
that's
can't.
good.
I'm unaware of
Yeah.
what you're talking about. The Office? What is this?
Office.
Office?
Yeah,
Oh, I know that
Office.
one. The Argentinian.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what-
Argentinian. All right.
The American one's based on that one.
All right. So those are overall impressions. Now let's do a quick post mortem here on episode 7.
An autopsy?
An autopsy. Synonymous? No.
No.
Sure.
I don't know.
All right.
Is it? What's the difference between a postmortem and an autopsy?
Postmortem usually doesn't involve a dead body. It can, but
Okay.
it's postpartum usually.
Okay. All right.
What?
Too dark.
Don't. All right.
Sorry.
So
wow.
here we are. The episode opens. They're all packing up for their one night stay in San Francisco, which is a 45-minute drive away. But I understand there's things that happen at night, so they don't want to make the drive, and there'll be drinking. Okay, I'll buy it. Always excited being in San Francisco and a Bay Area person. We love to see San Francisco on film. I always get
Yes.
excited. I always
Yeah.
get excited. Ooh, what are they going to show? Where are they going to
Right.
be? So that was exciting for me.
The Tenderloin, the Mission,
Yeah.
right? These are
Yeah.
the places
None
you
of that.
expect to be. Huh?
None of that. It was 101,
Yeah.
the Concourse Exhibition Center,
That bridge everyone likes.
Wow.
and a corner that I
Yeah.
work very near that was clearly another building green screened onto that corner.
That's right. The SF Design Center, SFDC,
Yeah.
they had on 8th Street.
Yep.
But the Concourse 101 is not on 8th Street.
It's right on 8th. Yeah. Concourse.
Is it on 8th?
Yeah.
Is it on 8th?
But they made some creative edits. Now, no
They
one's going to
did.
care, but being intimately
Bay Area
corner,
people are, and that's who's watching. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on. Can
Come
you
on.
at least green screen the right building
Come on.
there?
Well, all right. I've got to jump in on this. So they stay at the Omni downtown San Francisco.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got married there, so I'm well aware of the Omni. They
What?
stay there. Later, there's a scene where they
Is that
go.
a plot twist in
They
the
go, what?
in the
You got
show?
married?
Record scratch.
Later, they
Season
go
end.
to the Omni Bar, right?
Yeah.
Which is the Marriott Convention Center bar. Now, why do I know that?
Because you've been in both.
Because I've
A
been in,
lot.
You've
I've
been in
certainly
both.
been in
Have I,
bars.
yes.
I've certainly been in bars. But
I didn't
most
notice
people
that
in San
one.
Francisco, it's a completely different building.
We've
I
all
was
been in
expecting
Okay, I'll
them
give it a. That's okay.
to go to the Pied Piper. There's an actual bar in the Palace Hotel called the Pied Piper with a giant ass painting of the Pied Piper.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, that's
a
damn near
missed
perfect.
opportunity. Wow.
That's probably better that they didn't try to go there.
Why? It's awesome.
Yeah, but that would have been weird because then they would have had to like worry about the logo thing, and that was like, did we already do this episode, guys?
No,
did
we're
we
going
already?
back to it. We're going back. Yeah.
Did I just pay off some guy on the beach or something?
Hey, that guy in the painting looks like he's eating snack dick.
All right. So
Yeah.
they're in San Francisco. Before that, of course, they have to leave the house in the care of Jeff.
Jin Yang.
It's Jin Yang. He's back.
He's back. My
He's back.
favorite intern.
I knew you'd get happy.
Oh,
about
is he an
that.
intern?
yes.
He's the intern.
Yes. Yes.
Under no circumstance are you to order any on-demand movies, adult or otherwise.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you?
Is any of this confusing?
Yes.
God damn it.
Damn it! It's racist, but that's okay. It's fun. It's Jin Yang.
It's culturalist.
You think so? Do you think Jin Yang knows what's up? I think Jin
The
Yang
actor?
knows what's going on.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
They
He's
literally.
an actual intern that they tricked who doesn't know what's going
Yeah.
on at all. Yeah.
Production values are, I mean, production expenses are high, right? They got to cut
I mean, that's like.
cut costs, right? Just don't tell somebody.
They
what's
might have
going
green
on.
screened that kid in from China. She's like, we need you to just say yes. What?
That's so
I like how you
Yeah.
said green
That's so
screened
terrible.
in from China. Wait,
We're
what?
talking about production costs. It's like,
Yeah.
here's a GoPro, record it.
Yeah.
Send us the footage.
At least you didn't say Chinatown.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
That
Because that
was-
would have been too expensive.
Oh my goodness.
How would that be more expensive?
Than China? I think you need to
Chinatown's
look
right
up
around the
global
corner.
market hourly rates. Ask the attorney.
Yeah, how do we best green screen in a Chinese intern into this episode right now? Yeah.
I don't think it'd be that hard.
Not that hard. All right.
I mean, You could probably get an intern to figure out how to do that, so that would make it a lot easier
Well,
to start with.
That's
Yes.
a weird
You get an intern to
intern inception thing going on.
Yeah.
You have interns to do find
intern
other
work to
interns.
film interns doing intern stuff.
Exactly.
It's like, whoa.
Internship.
City just folded in on itself. Yeah, no.
How do you say it, Ryan? Intern and inception.
Tank
mushed
crunch, I think is
mushed together.
Tank crunch.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the needle.
Tank girl
all
crunch.
right. So they arrive at Tech Crunch.
Yeah.
And we got
Disrupt.
Disrupt. And we got to call this out. Monica meets them and mentions that Peter Gregory is on safari with Lorne Michaels and Kanye West. This apparently is how they're going to solve it, is he's always going to be
Doing
unavailable.
ridiculous
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Which can be fun. I'd
Right.
like them to up the ante of how ridiculous it is.
They're going to change his name to Godot eventually.
I think so. They're constantly
How
waiting
long
on
are you
him.
going to wait?
Yeah. Oh, we came at you in stereo with that one.
But I asked an actual question where you just made a comment.
I guess
Needle.
to the end of the play.
Needle. But here's what I want to get to here.
Was this the first episode without him? No, this was the second episode.
Second one.
Second. Yeah. First
think-
one, he
Nobody
was
seems
on the
sad.
phone.
You think people would seem sad that one of their castmates died?
They've expressed a lot of that on Twitter
No.
and the Fache book. But they haven't really
like a full 5 seconds
mentioned
to
it in
get
the
that joke.
episode.
Fache book.
Fache book.
It goes
Yeah,
with
it's sad. It's
the
sad.
Ofiche.
It's sad.
Yeah.
The actor did pass away, but this is, and I think that's, as a comedic actor, I think that's fun. He's kind of living on as this character who will
Good for him.
never be available. I hope he's going to be he's in space. He's in a hot air balloon. He's at the bottom of the sea. Let's keep it going with that. There is, again, they're
At the bottom
greenlit
of
for
the sea
another
in
season.
a hot air balloon.
Yeah, why not? But here's what I wanted to talk here with the panel here. Have a little fun with this. And
Let's start having some fun.
Let's have a little fun.
Come on.
Let's have a little fun. So, as I am completely insane, I tried to write down every name of every company that had a booth at TechCrunch.
So starting off, without looking, what is the name of the girls' company that they help?
I know the answer.
Is anyone
Panel?
else?
Oh, does that have a name?
Didn't they have
Yeah,
something to do
she's
with
got a banner
cupcakes?
right behind her.
Yes.
Was it something with
It
cupcakes?
does have to do with cupcakes.
It starts with the letter T.
If T were a C, then you would be correct.
Cupcakes. No looking at my notes.
Oh, man, that's a good idea.
I was not looking at your notes.
What's the name?
It's Cupcake Lee. Cupcake Lee.
Oh, yeah, because if you put LY after anything, you
Now,
can
did
get
you catch what they
investment.
did? Because I was trying to and did not successfully.
Sharing recipes. Sharing recipes online.
For cupcakes or just anything?
Baking.
Okay.
No, that's what it is. So I looked and I got as many as I could. I think I got all of them. Here's the thing. Again, we're talking about Easter eggs with the show. This is what's fun with the show. Some are real. Some are fake. So I want to go
I
through.
still don't think that's intentional. I think
that some are real. Some of them are, because even what they said on the booth of like Telium's real, and that
What
was
do they
their
do?
actual logo. Something boring, file sharing.
yeah.
But then you have something like Dobie Pal. It doesn't exist. But what I want to ask here is, what is Dobie Pal? What is Dobie Pal?
Jason, you can start.
Oh, man. I think it has to do something with building huts in Tanzania for folks who don't have homes.
Dobie Pal?
Yeah.
I thought it was like an Airbnb for people with actual Adobes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
thought it was a website that connects Adobe Photoshop users,
Dobie Pal.
but Adobe Pal was already taken,
Yeah.
so they had to settle for Adobe Pal.
I like that.
Adobe Pal's probably some Russian kid who's squatting on the domain, not letting anyone else have it.
It's adobepal.ru,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Other ones that are real, Power Slide with a Y, that's actually real. Micro Drone,
what
of
is
course,
Power
is
Slide?
real. Again, the real ones are boring.
Okay.
They're absolutely boring.
Because Power Slide sounds great.
Power Slide does sound.
I would
sounds
use
like
that
fun.
product.
Yeah.
A ride at
You've
Six
used
Flags.
Power Slide?
No, I
before?
would,
You would
because of
use
the
Power
name.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you use it for?
I don't care. What's your email on? Fucking Jeff at PowerSlide.com.
Yeah, but then you had to go with the Y.
Yeah.
With the Y.
You got to
yeah.
explain it.
Yeah.
with no vowels.
One is TweenBeat. TweenBeat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
TweenBeat, not real.
It's
What
for-
is TweenBeat?
Underage masochists?
Well, I mean,
thinking
the
so.
obvious is it's a
Done.
magazine on tweens.
On tweens.
Yeah.
Why the yeah?
Another one is it's a site for stepfathers.
TweenBeat.
Yeah.
TweenBeat.
Oh, for like sharing photos?
Yeah.
Sure.
Special photos. Special photos. We've got Human Heater. Of course, they do a presentation. We'll talk about Human Heater, which was really funny. That was one of them there.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Cupcakely,
wonderful.
we talked about Spinder, which is for spinsters.
This counts
Like
as part of your
Grindr.
recap
Yeah.
time, by the way.
I know, but this is fun stuff here, right? We saw, of course, Andrew Daly, the doctor, appear. He's got a booth. He's got it for Panic
Love
Attack.
him.
Panic Attack, where of course you can wear this on your finger all day. If that's too embarrassing, here's a Bluetooth suppository
Which goes
with a
where you
retrieval
expect.
kit. Yeah, oh, wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Better, yeah. Go, I'm sorry, go
Probably
ahead.
going to be one of those, every other episode recurring characters.
Yep.
Especially
Oh,
with
yeah.
Richard being as messed up
yeah.
as he is.
Are they doing a second season? Is that definite?
Yes.
That is definite.
Now,
Great.
after episode 3 or 4, I think they
Right.
got renewed.
So they're getting views. It's happening.
I like to be surprised.
My last one here. The other ones are kind of boring. This is the actual team that Ehrlich's addressing when they're doing sound check. And I had to go back and pause. They're wearing T-shirts.
This is what working with Ryan's like.
Yeah, this was because this
Awesome.
blew my
Yeah.
mind.
You don't have to work.
Mr. Wubbaloo. Mr. Wubbaloo is what their T-shirt said. Mr. Wubbaloo. Wobbaloo. What is Mr. Wubbaloo? It's not real. What is
No.
Mr. Wubbaloo, Natasha?
It is you sign up for it, and then they you got to sign up for it first,
Subscription
right?
service?
Subscription service,
Okay.
right? It's like Uber, except
Okay.
the man comes to your house
All right,
and gives you a back rub.
Mr. Wubbaloo.
Yeah, and he talks baby talk to you.
Wubba wubba woo
Yeah.
woo.
Do you like your wubbaloo?
I like that.
Who,
got anything,
who
Jason?
wants a wubbaloo?
I mean, I think that's probably right. I mean, I can only. I mean, the only thing that comes to
Nailed
my
it.
mind is something like dirty, like a water-based lubricant or something like that.
Mr.
See, I was
Wubbaloo.
going to say it was the
Okay.
guy who founded TweenBeat,
Right.
Mr.
It's
Wubbaloo.
Mr. Wubbaloo.
Yeah.
They have a joint venture.
Hello,
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Wubbaloo. Would you like to see my TweenBeat?
Jesus Christ. We're going to hell. If there is a hell.
Okay, so those are all the the hell are those things called? Booths. All the booths. All right.
Company names.
Company names.
Yeah.
Company names of booths. Right.
Yeah.
Konas.
Another thing to bring up
got
here.
it.
We Big Head Nelson Baguetti appears.
Yeah, I
again.
love Big Head.
That was
Big
the
Head.
green screen. That was terrible. The scene with Richard
With-
and Big Head
it
on
has
the
that,
street.
It's that turnaround.
The traffic circle at
Yeah.
8th and Townsend
Yeah.
with statues.
I use that
Statues,
like
right?
every day.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
There's a do not enter or something sign.
So if they were
And-
walking right out of the convention center,
They're real close. I mean, they're like half a block away on the
Yeah.
Concourse Exhibition Center. But the building they were standing next to, it's clearly the right side of the street going southbound on 8th. I am a fucking nerd.
no, it's great. That's what we want.
yeah.
The building there has like not terraced, but kind of like square cut plant things, like some kind of planter there that does not exist. The boring on that building on that corner is flat, boring as shit.
Yeah.
A concrete wall that homeless people like to pee on.
They probably photoshopped.
Now that can be said about any wall.
Yeah.
Right here in San Francisco.
San
They probably
Francisco.
put
Yeah.
a plant over a homeless person rather than ask them to move for the scene.
Yeah.
They don't hang out there
Right.
because there's nowhere to sit. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was upset. Now this is stupid.
What's easier to do, clean
I
San
just
Francisco or
watched
put a green curtain behind you?
The Great Outdoors.
Wonderful.
And there's a scene where they're fishing on a boat in The Great Outdoors, John Candy movie.
Yes, up at Bass Lake.
Yeah,
Up at
that's
Bass
one of my
Lake.
favorite
Northern
movies.
California.
I watched it on Netflix. There's a green screen scene where you can see ripples in the green screen and a seam in the middle. So after that, it felt like a decent green screen.
Yeah, but that was like
again,
30 years ago,
They
though.
use that effect for
But
What Dreams
come
Will
on,
Come
you
with Robin
couldn't-
Williams.
Someone's like, fucking Jin Yang didn't iron the fucking green screen
No.
again and just hung it.
Well, now you're using his name to mean intern.
Intern,
and
yes.
it sounds weird when you say it.
Gin
like that.
turn?
Yeah.
Which Jason's drinking gin, so maybe you're
Yeah,
the
but
gin
not
turn.
Jin Yang, though.
Not
That's-
Jin Yang. Not Jin Yang.
A little gin, a little yang. I don't know what that is.
So this is where at that scene with the green
Good
screen.
recovery.
Yeah, thank you. Where Big Head reappears.
Yeah.
And again, he's resting to vest. He's making $600,000 a year. He's not working. He's not assigned to a team. He's getting a boat.
That's an awesome job.
Got to get a boat
He's
guy.
great.
Yeah.
We find out though he's trying to get in with the programmers.
Getting in with what's he gonna do? You know, he's got to.
I thought he was in with the slackers.
No, because they're not going to get him a job.
Yeah, I think
They
that's more
show-
of like acting cool, so they don't push him in a locker. Like he's like, hey dudes, yeah, we're gonna.
He doesn't need to show up to work. How are
Wide
they gonna
diaper,
push him?
fuck
It
wide
definitely
diaper.
had that sort of like high school jock vibe.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, I mean, but
I don't think he's hanging out with the losers because they went to go to Arby's or whatever, and he didn't go with them.
Which is a mistake because Arby's
Oh.
is delicious.
Arby's
Yeah.
is delicious. It is really.
But they were
delicious.
walking.
They should have gone to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
yeah.
It's what a hamburger's all
Yeah,
about,
it
I
is.
hear.
Yeah.
It is. But he does do a reference here again. I got to call out what's real, what's fake. He calls out, oh, you missed the Valleywag party last night. There was like 16 girls there. Oh, Richard says, really? Valleywag. That is real. That is that's a Gawker.com blog solely about Silicon Valley. I was not aware of Valleywag. but
Really?
That is real. That is
Wow, and you're a recruiter.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks,
Needle.
Jeff. Needle. There's the needle. Just
Oh,
like I didn't
boy.
do any research. I'm gonna needle it. Okay. So
It's not untrue.
it's not untrue.
Yeah.
That I mean, we're going to get here to the presentations, which are funny. One thing that did bother me, I don't know if anyone noticed this because I normally watch these like 2 or 3 times in a row. when they
That bothers me.
That should bother you. It should bother you. The scene in the hotel room where Richard brings Dinesh in, like we got to finish working on the
You're
Edge
like,
video
that's
player.
not the Omni Hotel.
Well, that, but watch.
They
how-
don't have those type of comforters there.
Oh, that actually is not the Omni Hotel, but that's not my point. It's not the Omni Hotel. It's not.
Their ice machine does
It's
not sound
it's
that
clearly
way.
not. It's clearly not. But they're typing. Now watch Kumail, the actor.
Dinesh. Yeah.
Dinesh. Typing. His typing drives me insane because he's doing like what a red shirt does flying the original Enterprise. Like, I don't know what
Preparing
he's
to
doing.
die?
Yeah, he's just randomly hitting keys, and that bothered me a little bit. You know, like come on, just type your name over and over. Like just very bizarre.
Yeah, but then you're going to look at it like, he's just typing his name over and over. Why?
He can't win.
Come on, just try to
He
poke
can't
around.
win.
Look like you're doing
If they ever
something.
showed his keyboard, Ryan would snap
Yeah.
Yeah.
a picture, zoom in.
Well, I challenge
And look.
the listeners and viewers. Take a look at that.
I
Its
wrote down what
typing
he
is
wrote,
bizarre.
and that
It's really
coding was
bizarre.
not.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's just acting like he's a program.
So can I
He's
ask?
actually typing, I have the cure for cancer. I have the cure for cancer.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
It's Monday.
Yes.
You work today.
Mhm.
Okay. How did you find time to watch the episode 3 times
I say sometimes 3 times. This was only
Sometimes.
twice.
and do all the Wikipedia research I know you do?
Mhm.
How do you do it?
I like that. I can get that done in an hour. It's only a half-hour show. Watch a show, take notes, and then get online and do your research. It's 1 hour, 60 minutes, 59,
And then you watch the show
59
again.
minutes, 59 seconds.
Yeah, add another view of the episode.
Well, no, I just watch it on Sunday nights. Just watch it. Let it wash over me.
Uh-huh.
Monday around lunchtime, watch it again for an hour. There you go. Not that difficult. Watch The Needle.
I'm just
Nothing.
I got nothing.
That's
I'm
it.
so flabbergasted
That's it.
that you care that
That's
much
it.
about
That's it.
anything because I don't know how that feels.
You're dead inside.
I'm dead
You're dead
inside.
inside. It's a chip clip in the shot. I just wanna- okay.
You're supposed to not comment on it, you ass.
All
Needle.
right. So I'm doing the talking here. Anybody?
That was a reverse needle.
Anything? It was a reverse needle. Anything stand out to you guys in this particular episode? Anything that bothered you, or anything that you loved?
I love the drones.
The drones? All right.
You know, there's
Yeah,
just.
that was cute.
I feel like people in this area are so obsessed with drones, and like I actually got a call from someone the other day who wants to start a startup having to deal with drones. So, yeah,
How
it-
many drone
what's it
companies
called?
can we possibly?
Can I give you a
have?
tip? Drones usually talk into the microphone.
Oh, my goodness.
zing.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
But
All
yeah,
right, that's
drones.
better. Yeah,
Drones, yeah.
What are the names of the startup?
I can't say.
Okay.
Cannot divulge.
Unfortunately, I can't do that.
Another
but I
drone
can talk
company
into the
is
microphone.
spying on him. Like, zzz, what name do they have?
Is it Amazon and Google both already started to roll out drones of some sort? Amazon for delivery?
They have, but they're buying them from. Most of them are coming from microdrone.com, which is the name that they're bringing.
Now,
out.
did you Google that now, or did you know that?
I don't even think that's real. Is that real?
I did look that up because actually
Yeah,
you have to
Trust
differentiate.
me, he does research.
Micro space drone, micro spacebar drone is a type of drone. Micro drone, one word, is a brand. based out of Germany that is getting a lot of big contracts, even military contracts. So I don't know. They never show the logo if the micro drone in the show is a micro space drone
Or just,
micro drone.
yeah, branded. It's like Band-Aid.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And eventually your name is the thing, and just suck it up. You are unenforceable as a trademark.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, like that. I like the micro drone. I like the bromance. I really like the bromance. The
Because that
Guilfoyle
resonates
Dinesh.
with you.
No, I
As
just
a
liked
programmer?
how I hate other people's code.
Yeah.
It was actually opposite of how I feel about everybody.
Can you like get a sense of someone just by getting to know their code?
No.
Good question.
Oh,
I mean, you can get a
it's
sense
not like
that
an author.
people
in a
don't give a
novel,
shit
right?
about their job,
Okay.
but like you would never see a really terrible book.
Yeah.
Have you ever masturbated to the subroutine that anyone just wrote?
No, I have masturbated to subroutines that delivered me porn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that
I-
too soon?
I guess everyone at this table has then, I would assume. If
Have
a
you?
subroutine brings us
Well, are those subroutines that you wrote to bring you porn, or are they just
No,
generals?
someone else. I'm too
Okay.
lazy to write subroutines. I just want to be able to click and be like, bigtittedtweenbeats.com. Like,
go.
and yeah, be done with it.
Love is a
Okay.
beautiful thing. It brings us tween beats. Big titted tween beats. Oh boy. Jin Yang. Oh, Jin Yang.
Aww.
Oh, madam.
Do you even understand what that website is? Yes.
Anybody pick up on the burn of Cloud Atlas? That did make me laugh out loud.
That was cute.
Yeah.
I had watched it like 3 months before, so yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. I don't know what's going on with the
I have the book at
Wachowskis.
my house.
The book's great. The book's,
haven't
I was
read the
excited
book.
about the movie, and yeah. It's just-
You've read the book?
read the book.
Oh.
It's it was one of the things where they said it's unmakeable as a movie.
Right.
And I think that
They
was
were right.
Proven
Yeah.
correct.
That's good.
Sometimes you got to do it though. You just got to try.
Gotta try, you know. I
Yeah,
applaud
sometimes you
them
have to
for
like do everything you're not supposed to do before you do the thing that you're supposed to do.
that. Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you got to make all the mistakes first, and then you accomplish something.
Then you figure out 10
It's like
years
a
later
little-
that they were actual mistakes.
Yeah, you don't have to wait.
He's speaking.
You don't have
were you
to
speaking
wait.
from a dark place and experience?
No, I was
What
actually.
happened 10 years ago, Jeff?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a
My dad
specific
posted
number.
a picture of me on TweenBeat.
On TweenBeat.
And-
Oh, downhill from there.
Yeah.
He took the photos of the micro drone. So, all right.
Me and the
is this?
micro drone masturbating to a fucking
Why is this
subroutine.
old?
Subroutine.
Why is this man in his 20s on TweenBeat? Is he balding already?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, I was. Thank you. I am the poor man's Louis C.K.
You
after all.
are. You
Yeah.
are. He wears that like a badge of pride, judging Silicon Valley. Thanks for creating a fucking monster. All right, let's get here. I'm watching the clock here. Let's
Did
get to the end of here. Is the presentations.
That show's pretty funny though. The judging
fucking
stuff.
monster. Judging. It is.
It was
It
all-
is funny. It is.
yeah. There were a couple parts where they could have used a little preparation. They needed
Yeah.
a Ryan. But
They call me Greg, I think. Which I don't know how you get Greg from Ryan. I don't know how.
Well, they
You
called-
could pass for a Greg.
I could pass for a Greg. I could pass for most white guy names. I
Yeah,
could.
Tony.
Nah, Tony's a little bit of a
swarthy.
stretch,
It's a
yeah.
little. It's a little swarthy.
That's
All right, getting to the end of the episode here. It's presentation time. All right, we skipped over some stuff. That's okay. The craziness with Ehrlich screwing the judge's wife and then the present day wife. That's a little fucking ridiculous. I mean,
yeah. What did?
it gives T.J. Miller something to do. I understand, but come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I don't know.
What was wrong with it?
I didn't have a problem with it.
Gave the show some.
I
Stakes.
think you're judging too much.
Why would the new wife sleep with him? I don't understand it.
Why
Because she's
wouldn't you?
crazy. Because
Yeah.
she's fucking
She is
crazy.
crazy. All right.
Yeah.
And that's that judge's thing, man.
Yeah. All right.
I guess that's the thing. It kind of
That's a good
surprised me.
point.
I didn't really like it that much, but I guess that was kind of the point.
That's like the strongest opinion that you've had.
Yeah, you got
You, like, were
animated.
really into
Yeah.
it.
And I spoke
She's
into the mic.
crazy.
But
I
you're
know.
right. I think Mike Judge has been cheated on because that movie Extract was about that. There's a bit of the affair thing in Office Space. I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
That's thematic. That's thematic with him. That's odd.
Well, I meant the judge in the show, but maybe you're right too. I don't know.
All right.
Or parental things. You never know.
Could be.
Yeah.
He's from Texas, so.
Wow.
Lot of-
And we
lot-
just
lot
lost
of-
all 6 listeners.
A lot
from Texas.
of tween beating going on. All right, I'm going where you guys take me. All right, the presentations happen, ridiculous things where it's over and over. These very nervous people who are obviously not good at public speaking. It's all that they're making a world a better place through, for example, Paxos algorithms for consensus protocols. Had to definitely look that up, and not even worth telling you what the definition is.
I'm gonna needle you talking in the microphone too.
Me? I don't know about that. Really? But
I think you're doing just fine.
Thank you very much. But something that came up is this new
The audio
this new
recorder does
term.
not.
Yeah, is
Well, I believe in you.
SOLOMO. We're SOLOMO. It's the first time I had heard of it, but I guess this is internal speak. Jeff, is this something that you've been hearing? SOLOMO, social, mobile, local. But each
Yes.
presentation messes it up.
Have
which is
I heard
funny.
it like that? No, but it's. I mean, Jason could probably attest to this. They get buzzword
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
focused.
Yeah.
And it trends, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone's talking about social, everyone's talking about mobile, everyone's talking about the cloud,
Yeah.
It's one of those words that you need to have if you want to sound like you've started a tech company.
or if you want to sell.
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
That's, if you see, are you Solomo? Are you cloud-based infrastructure? Are you software as a service? Are you vaginal? Are you tween beating? Like
Only on Mondays.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like every year, and maybe not even year, maybe faster than that, there's some trending douche words that you need to have in your presentation.
Why does that happen? Why is that?
Because there's like one company starts getting successful and then everyone dogpiles
Yeah.
into the space to try and like get a piece of it. And then once it's played out, they move on to the next thing.
Yeah, that happens like in movies and
It happens
music,
everywhere.
right?
And
Like
it's
somebody comes out with a new sound and then all other
douchier in
bands
tech.
repeat it.
Yeah, but I
It
love
just happens
that.
faster, I guess.
but you never hear anyone say like, "I'm gonna make a dubstep remix."
Well, people that you know
trend.
don't say that.
It's usually
Have you
very.
seen it? All right. Yeah.
No, I loved how they like compiled all three of those like super buzzwords into one nonsensical
Little
like,
montage.
Yeah.
mix of
Yeah.
Yeah.
syllables.
Solo, moloso, so
Yeah.
solo.
I like the one guy that was like solo mo, bro.
Because that's what happens.
Bro.
It just gets ridiculous after a while.
But that
It is. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
That is truly rooted in fact, and I have heard social mobile. I know that there's companies that social mobile local. I know someone who went to a startup that's basically working on making neighborhood social networks. And it's geolocated. You can't get on unless you're actually in the physical area.
Right. That's the local part of that.
Yeah.
Right? That means the GPS in your phone. for
But that's like
Right.
neighbors
Yeah.
can talk
Track you
about
and
neighborhood
make sure you-
issues. They don't have to find each other. They just open the app.
They can tell when they're
Yeah.
on TweenBeat
Is
together.
it going to be successful? God knows. But it's definitely trending right now. So that might be a thing that they actually picked up on from news and trends and whatnot.
Yeah, they didn't create the term. I hadn't heard it, so I was asking if you guys have heard it in industry, but they didn't create this SOLOMO. So I haven't. I guess we're going to start hearing it. I don't know. Get ready to
If
hear more of
anything's
that
successful.
ridiculous fucking term. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the episode here. I'm watching the clock. We're going to have to play the Scrum Masters quiz. But Jason, Natasha, any parting thoughts on episode 7? Of course, we have the season finale coming up as episode 8. But any parting thoughts on this episode before we play the quiz?
I like this episode.
Good talk.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
Jason?
okay.
I think I'm looking forward to the finale. Like I felt like the series started strong and went through maybe a week period, and I think it's going to rebound for the finale.
I think everyone's sad that guy died.
well, that could
I'm
be it. I
sad.
never didn't
Yeah.
really think about that, but
You know,
Do you now when you say that you mean viewers or you're seeing sadness on the cast
I
members'
think the
faces,
cast members
which is
are a little,
fair.
They're a
Yeah.
little bummed out. I think the
Yeah.
whole show's like kind of like when Phil Hartman died.
it's like they lost
Remember?
Yeah, news
They lost a
radio.
little mojo.
they
Yeah.
lost the steam
They lost
a little bit.
They lost a little so in their
Oh,
Lomo.
I still like this episode
know.
better than the last two.
And I think that they had to like figure out a way to like because that guy was supposed to be in these shows and they had to like fill up that space without changing the arc of the characters and where they wanted the show to end up. Right?
Yeah.
They're kind of scrambling to fill in.
I assume so. So he did die in the middle of shooting.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
he-
they
no,
weren't done.
He
Yeah,
wasn't.
so they
He
had
wasn't
to-
shot, was he?
No, he had lung cancer or something.
Why
Yeah.
would you go? Why?
He said in the middle of shooting, he died.
she
No,
makes me
sorry.
edit.
Sorry,
Every time Natasha's on, I have to cut something out. And
I've never
she-
been on before.
I know.
Oh boy.
Needle.
All right. On that note, all right. You guys ready to play the Scrum Masters quiz? We ready to play? We gotta jump in here. Here we
Yes.
go. Here we go. So,
What do we do?
3 questions on the quiz. We're going to go around the table. We're going to go Natasha, Jason, Jeff. The more ridiculous the answer, the better.
Why can't we
Okay.
call you Scrum Master the whole time?
You
Yeah.
sure can. I'm fine.
I
with
know,
that.
but it's like over now.
Yeah, it's like
Well, if you would have talked the first like 40 minutes, you
Oh,
could have
needle.
needle.
Oh my god.
Needle.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start with question
That was
1
pretty
here.
good.
This actually comes from one of our fans, one of the legions. This is from Carl. Thank you for posting on the Facebook
With a
fan
K.
page. Carl with a K. You actually posted a couple ideas. We might get to another one of those in the finale
And if you're
episode.
Carl with a C, fuck you. We didn't answer any of your
that's
questions.
ridiculous. It's
See you
spelled with a
later.
K, okay?
Eh?
So this is from Carl. What he wants the panel to answer here in Scrum Masters Quiz is, what is packet sniffing? What is packet
That's a good question.
sniffing? It is a good question. He's got some other
Yeah.
good ones. So, Natasha, what is packet sniffing?
that's what drug dogs do.
Oh. Packet sniffing.
No?
Descriptive,
like
terse.
that.
I like it.
I like that a lot.
I like at the airport.
Packet sniffing. Yeah, okay.
What's
Jason,
in the packets?
Yeah, what is in the packet?
Like they don't know. That's why the drugs,
gotta sniff
the
it.
drugs dogs. Because I mean, it could be cocaine. It could be, just anthrax for your feet or something.
Sure.
Or stuck together pages of TweenBeat.
In
No, in a little
It'd be weird if you
packet.
had it in a packet. I don't know
Yeah.
why you'd seal it in a packet. Well,
Yeah. What are you
Anyway.
talking
whatever you do, Jeff.
about? Does TweenBeat come in a powder?
That's the
You can make
latest.
it.
That's the latest.
It's
That's
powdered literature.
Jason, what do you think? What is packet sniffing?
Well, I saw this,
Totally.
I think, on Facebook. It's basically when kids are taking like the sweet and low
Sure.
Yeah.
and they rip them open and they pour them together like it's Coke,
Got it.
Yeah.
and then they sniff it.
The sweet and low, or any packet sweetener.
What's the stuff in the pink
equal
stuff?
sounds
no,
crazy.
The pink
Like, you
stuff.
would never do it with
the,
equal.
the thing that causes cancer in laboratory
This
rats.
sounds like an artificial high.
So all of them?
Is that aspartame?
No.
None of them.
It's
That
the
is
pink
not-
stuff.
NutraSweet? Yeah.
I think it's
Sweet and low. I
Kool-Aid
got you.
powder is
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is equal.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
I
Or
like
sweet
that.
and low.
That
It's
isn't-
one of the two.
Yeah. Well, there's like
So that, yeah.
That doesn't actually cause cancer.
I was going to go with something similar to what Jason said,
Needle.
where
Yeah.
it's actually like
is
the
it, the
cinnamon
chip?
challenge. You seen the cinnamon challenge?
The cinnamon challenge. I have
Yeah.
seen the cinnamon challenge.
That
Okay.
it's
We should do that.
The next trend of cinnamon challenge, where you see how quickly you can snort a packet of sugar and keep it in.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there's kind of a consensus coming from Jeff
Yeah.
and Jason about
That's
the
'cause
packet
we're right.
sniffing.
Yeah, we're right.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good, Natasha.
Drug
Well,
dogs.
um, some people
I said Doge.
Some people think that packet sniffing is logging the amount of traffic passing over a network.
That doesn't even make sense.
Some people think that's what it is, but what it actually is, I'm sorry, packet sniffing is what Japanese businessmen do on Tokyo subways during rush hour. Packet sniffing. Sorry about that.
And
I
you
think
had
you
like
got
how
one
many
of those
hours
words
did you have to
wrong?
write that?
yeah, it's package sniffing.
Well, it's Japan, so
Oh.
petite.
Junior.
There we
That's a
go.
double
Okay.
joke.
So there you go,
yeah,
Carl. There
that's
you go,
awesome.
Carl. We discussed packet sniffing
That-
just for you. Hope it was good for you. Okay. Question number 2. We're all tied up somehow, which is really bizarre.
Yeah.
I feel
Question number
tied
2 in the Scrum Masters quiz. What was the first .com domain name ever registered? Bonus points if you give me the date it was registered. What is the first .com domain name ever registered? Ever. Bonus points if you give me the year. Natasha, what was the first .com?
It was first!.com.
First.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Huh?
You don't have to give me a year if you want to, but
It was 19. It was the same year that Night Court
Was
first
it-
started filming. It was,
it was.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. I like that. I'm not going to say. Jason, what was the first .com domain name ever registered?
Boobies, Al Gore, 1981.
And what year was
Whoa,
that?
This is stiff competition.
1981.
Oh, I thought it was Boobies Al Gore 1981.
No, that's all in it. And it was registered in 1982,
Yeah.
which makes no sense.
It took a while for the paperwork to go through.
Yeah. Wow. Jeff, what do you think? What was the first .com domain name ever registered?
I'm going to start off with the year.
Sure.
He's flipping it.
1992.
Flipping the script 92.
And it was,
Doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem right.
what the hell was the name of that band?
Blink,
.com.
1992.
That's exact. That what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell was the
What
name
the
of
hell
that
is the name of
band?
that band? .com.
Because the guy couldn't remember,
Yeah.
and he saw that like he could register a webpage, and hopefully
Yeah.
someone would find it. and then answer the question. It was just a simple text form.
Yeah.
What the hell was the name of that band?
I think it was Toad the Wet Sprocket, to answer your question. But I like
the
all
second
of these.
web domain.
That was the very
I thought
second
it was
one.
Del Fuegos.
I like all of these. Now, some people think that it was Symbolics.com, registered on March 15th, 1985, a computer systems company out of Massachusetts. But the actual answer is 1823, LarryKing.com. Sorry. Good effort. Good effort. All right, so we're tied up here. We're coming
You know
into
what?
our...
He is old.
He is. It's an old joke.
Yeah.
Because I also said it in 1823 and there weren't computers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you catch that?
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
It was like 2 layers of an onion of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We got our
famine era.
final question.
An onion from Ireland.
Final question. We're tied up. It's incredible. Third one is always
000.
Yeah, this is always the curveball. So not necessarily a tech-related question. As this episode was set primarily in San Francisco, as we discussed.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Oh, you sure
Are there
can.
bonus points for this one? Like,
There's
is it
always
double?
bonus
That's a
points
good question.
if Ryan likes you.
Okay.
So that's why I always lose.
Oh.
I'm going to say there are bonus points.
Wait, there's bonus
Self-needle.
points if anyone likes you? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, because I never get those either.
I'm gonna. Jason. There will be bonus points, but I'm not going to tell you how you're going to earn them.
Okay.
So whatever you want to do with that.
Okay.
So here we go. Because this episode was set in San Francisco,
Sure.
and I checked 3 different sources on this. 3 different sources.
Were all of them different Ask Jeeves answers
That's solely where I go. Lycos, Ask Jeeves,
at Alta Vista?
At Alta Vista.
What about Blink? Bing.
Bonk. Come on. This
Bing's
is a
too new.
professional show.
Bonk.
I'm not going to use that.
And inaccurate.
All right. How many to date?
Bing.
To date.
Bling?
How many television shows, not movies, television shows have been set, not a guest episode, set in San Francisco? To date, how many television shows?
Are we including public access?
No.
Oh.
So this is just you. This.
You're looking here. Well,
no.
and I'll take within 5. I'll
Okay.
take within 5.
So our humorous answer has to be in the form of a number.
It can't. Well, I told you. How are you going
I'm
to
going
add
to
bonus
start
points?
because I need
Well,
to get this
I'm
number.
going to start.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
third
go- I'm
question
gonna
is
go-
42.
He went
No.
with 42. Very nerdy answer.
There's-
I like that.
Nash Bridges.
Are you going to count them? Okay, go ahead.
Nash Bridges,
ahead.
right? Too Close for Comfort.
Yep.
Hill Street Blues. Hill Street?
No,
Hills?
no.
Okay. What was that?
We're already.
No, it was
you've
one of
already
the
lost.
the guys, and
You got-
they jumped the car. The 2 good-looking guys.
Dukes of
in the
Hazzard.
70s? No.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Of course, it's in San Francisco.
No, what was Sunny in?
It's always
Yeah.
sunny in Philadelphia.
No.
Jason,
Is
you,
that-
you need to get comfortable because she's going to list every show.
What is that one? And they chase each other around.
What movie was Reggie Steele in?
The second website ever. What movie was that
Yeah.
called?
What movie was Reggie Steele in? Or what TV
Well, they're
show
not
was
even
Reggie
supposed to be
Steele in?
movies, Natasha.
Where
I've already said, yeah, but what was that movie? You've forgotten the question. Now you're just asking what movies.
No. They made a remake of the TV show into a movie.
that 21 Jump Street.
No.
I'm going to let you keep going here. I don't know.
Beverly
I'm
Hills
enjoying
Ninja.
this,
No,
but-
there's like a good cop and bad cop, and they
Turner and Hooch.
drive really fast around in their cars
Dukes
over the hills.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd see
Yeah.
Bullet.
Yeah.
it was in
What
the
else- what else-
Did they make
what
that
else is
into a
going on?
TV
it was
series?
it was in the 70s.
Uh,
So 70s was
Flash
two cops
Yeah.
driving around
I was
in the
there.
car.
that
Oh,
could have
boy,
taken
that's
place in
oh,
San
boy.
Francisco.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
So I guess.
70s, 2 guys.
Oh, there's Tales from the City. So that's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's up to 4. All
You
right.
still haven't gotten Full House.
Yeah,
I'll
that's-
give you that
Oh,
one for
Full
free.
House, that's
5.
five.
Helping.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Which actually makes a Full House.
When you hear
So
the
that's
hear
good.
the number, you're going to know
Thank
why
you.
I think this is so wonderful that she's trying to list them. All right.
Oh, is it 69 or something like that? Is that what it is? You know what? I'm going to guess 24
Went with 24. Okay.
was set here.
So I need to pick a. Okay.
You should pick a number between 199
well, also,
and
Jason,
119.
you want to go for bonus points, although I don't.
What are the Oh, was it naming all of the shows?
I didn't
Game of
say.
Thrones?
I didn't say.
So these are all okay. I don't know. I'd have to say 32.
114.
Wait, is this Price of Right rules? Or?
I mean, TV hasn't been around that long.
I just read his paper.
Oh,
Jeff
are you
just
serious?
cheated.
Yes.
Jeff
That's
just,
the
Jeff
answer?
just cheated. It's 114. It's 114.
Crap.
Oh, but I'm going to have to give it to Natasha for listing
Thank you.
movies.
At least 2 of them.
Movies from the 70s. All right. Well, there you go, everybody. There you go. That is episode 7. I'd like to thank our guest, Natasha Muse.
Thanks so
and
much.
Jason Gordon. Natasha, now that, of course, for our millions of fans here, where can the viewers and listeners find you either on
just go into bing.com and Google.
And say, what was
you? Bing,
yeah.
Bing,
What was the name of that comedian I saw?
Go to Bing, type in
You can go to
google.com.
Natasha, just Natasha and Muse, and I'm like one of the first 3 hits you'll get. Natasha Muse comedian works.
You're one of the
Just
first
Google
3?
me.
There's other?
There's a black lady that works for the city of New Orleans.
And she's like way up on top in the search results?
No, I'm actually just I'm probably all the top 3.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that,
but I'm at Natasha Muse on Twitter.
For a while,
at Natasha Muse
I was
on Twitter.
being beaten by some tween beaten by a
Mr.
guy who worked at
Webottom.
Chase Bank. It was like a
for
bank
your
teller.
name. Yeah.
And he was getting more results.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was a really successful comedian back in the day.
Yeah.
2
what,
years
what
ago.
happened?
Some guy kicked me off the show banner for his comedy show. He runs in a basement. And
That's what happened to your career? Oh, dear.
I'm no Barry Sobel.
I know you're not. Oh, you said the name out loud. That's okay.
I didn't say it 3 times.
You didn't say it 3 times.
Is he behind me?
Can't conjure
Is he
him.
behind me right now?
Isn't that 5 times in the mirror?
he
I'm
behind
not
me?
sure how Sobel man
You gotta
works.
say the rosary
Oh,
backwards.
dear.
You wanna
and
give-
Jason Gordon,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for your time. I don't know if anything you'd like to share with the viewers or listeners, words of wisdom, your phone number, address.
Oh, yeah. No, email, I guess, putnamgordon.com is my website. If
There you go.
There you go.
PutnamGordon.com.
Or just Google startup attorney.
All right.
in San
Or what was
Francisco.
the name of
yeah.
that attorney
Yeah.
on Bing?
We'll put that in
Well,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
definitely.
report me to the
definitely.
state
Jason's
bar.
a great guy. And if you want to, look up desk.com on YouTube.
Oh,
you can watch
God.
Jason jump out of an airplane with a GoPro on his head, which is a lot of
Was
fun.
it fun?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah?
I mean, I do it all the time. So.
With the GoPro?
Oh, yeah.
For Desk.com.
I'll show you later. Oh, no, not for Desk.com.
Okay.
I mean, if they did, I'd do it.
Well, here's the deal, everybody. There is no show next week on HBO. Most shows are off for Memorial Day, so we will be back in about 2 weeks with the finale. And we
fortnight.
appreciate you listening and watching. As always, stay compressed, everybody. Bye.